Hello, 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 what's up people of the internet and the world? It's me, Dark3139, back again with a brand new YouTube video for y'all. And today, we're gonna be tackling my top 12 Pokemon in Cobblemon. Alright, how we're gonna do this ranking is 1 to 6 is my main team, the main team I would go with in a Cobblemon Let's Play. And then 7 to 12 will be a backup team. Cobblemon or Pokemon I would like to have, but I wouldn't really consider on my main team. Again, all these Pokemon are really good, and this again is only my opinion. If you have disagreements or anything you want to add, please don't be afraid to type them down in the comments, and we can have a friendly discussion about it. And I would love to hear what is your favorite Cobblemon or Pixelmon or Pokemon, because they're all basically the same thing. But yeah, enough of the chit-chatting. Now that I've explained everything, let's get straight into number 12. Alright, for number 12, I picked Corviknight. He's a cool Pokemon. He looks like a dark type, but don't let his appearance fool you. He is a flying steel type, which is weird for me, because usually I go for dark ghosts or water types, but this is a nice little change of pace, and I just love his design. He looks like a giant dragon crow, which I love. I love the red eyes and the freaking purple feathers, and it just looks so cool. I heard he's one of the main Pokemon that get ridden around, so when they add riding to Cobblemon, he's gonna be my main source of flying around and getting from point A to point B. But right now he's level 12, he's 12 because you can't do that right now in Cobblemon, so I have to rank him hella low. But once they add riding, best believe he's gonna probably go on to my main team. And this is his main variant, just purple, black, can't lie, looks fire. And here's their shiny variant. Me personally, I prefer the black and purple look than the white and gray look, but that's just me. I've always preferred darker colors, but this one still looks badass. Alright, and this is Corviknight. He is number 12, so let's go over to number 11. For number 11, I chose Duskull as my Pokemon. He is a pure ghost type Pokemon, and me personally, I think that's so cool. I don't really like his evolution that much, but with his look of having like a skull and just looking like a little ball wrapped in bandages, and he has his ribcage showing, he really does look super cool to me. And that's why I would rank him higher, but like I don't like his evolution. So if I were to put him on my team, I wouldn't want to evolve him because me personally, his evolution looks kind of goofy in Cobblemon. So yeah, but his main form, his beginner form, Duskull, is so adorable. And I would keep him like this forever. Because look, and he has one eye, and the eye follows you around. But yeah, that's so cool. And this is his default variant. It is white and gray, which I love. And his shiny is red and white. So, obviously the shiny looks cool, but I feel like it's too bright of a red, you know? It's like strawberry red when I felt like it could benefit from like being like crimson gray. No, crimson red, you know? But all in all, it's a cool Pokemon. If I had to pick between the two, I would pick his default and not his shiny. But that's just me. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Shiny or default. And on to number 10. My number 10 pick is Gyarados. Pure water / flying type, which is always weird to me. He looks like he would be a water and dragon type, but hey. He is my number 10 pick because I would need something to ride in the ocean, and Gyarados is just a classic Pokemon, so how can you not pick him? This is his shiny, which is my personal preference. I'd rather have a red Gyarados with the purple eyes than have a blue Gyarados. But again, I really like this. I also like the fact that you need a Magikarp. Always like to have the extra challenge of getting a Magikarp and slowly leveling him up to this absolute beast of a Gyarados. And I heard in Cobblemon, you can, depending on where you fish up different Magikarps, you can get different variations of Gyarados. I've seen a purple one, a black one, and so many more, but I couldn't find any of those, so I just went with the classic 2. But again, me personally, the red one is awesome. The red one's on top, and the blue one is still looking cool. I'd rather go with the red one. You guys tell me what you think in the comments, and on to number 9. Number 9. This one I mainly did it because it's cute and it stick with the theme of ghost types that I like to personally go for, which is Mimikyu. I've always found Mimikyu hella cute and hella sad in a awesome kind of way that I really would like to have him on my team. I've looked in multiple Let's Plays in Woodland Mansions where they're supposed to spawn, but they are kind of rare, so they're hard to find. But if I honestly could have a Mimikyu, that would be awesome. Again, they come in 2 variants. He's a fairy and ghost type, so that's already an awesome combination. And he comes in 2 variants. The classic Pikachu look and this saturated look, where he's gray, black, and just look like he lost all his color. To me, personally, I'd rather go with the gray and black look because it looks so much cooler and it really gives off that forgotten toy vibe. Like that I'm trying to be something I'm not vibe. This one is always good though. The classics always peak. I mess with it. And that's why Mimikyu is number 9. My number 8 pick. My number 8 pick is Glaceon. It's not my favorite evolution, but it's a close second. I love the ice typing. I know it's out of the norm. I usually go for dark, ghost, or water types, but the look of Glaceon really won me over. I really like the freaking bangs and just the color scheme. I have always been a sucker for blue, especially cyan, and her default form is just cyan, and I love her shiny form, which is just a more vibrant, already like a more vibrant edition of Glaceon. And evolutions are just kick-ass in the game in general. The fact that there's one Pokemon that can almost become every type in the game is super cool. But yeah, and if you had to ask me, I would prefer the shiny version. I love how like bright and colorful it is compared to its default version, which is still like colorful, but like the lighter shades on the shiny is really winning me over here. It's a pure ice type if I haven't said that already, and it's a nice addition to the team. So that's why it's my number 8. On to number 7. And we are here. We have reached the halfway mark of this little YouTube video I'm making. And this would be the main starter of my second team, which would be, of course, the one, the only, Blastoise. It's the original water type Pokemon from the first games and one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to put Blastoise in Team 1, but I have my own special pick in there. That is something I truly love and like, it's super cool. But as a secondary team, leader, there's no other choice than Blastoise to me. I love his design. I love how cute he is when he's a starter as Squirtle. World Turtle is super cool. And then just seeing this big, ginormous, like, kaiju turtle with like freaking rockets on their shoulders or rocket launchers on their shoulders look absolutely kick-ass. I really like his default design. The gray, the brown shell, the freaking tan underbelly, and just the blue of it all really looks kick-ass to me. You can't beat the classics. Not really a big fan of his shiny version. Don't really like the purple and the green, but it still looks pretty cool, and you can never go wrong with a good old Blastoise leading the team. He's a water type, which is absolutely freaking op for starting off the game because water is so effective against so many things. And it handles the first gym, the rock gym, with a breeze. If you can get your Squirtle leveled up to a certain point and you take on that first gym, which is rock, you can absolutely decimate it. And yeah, that's why Squirtle is number 7 for me. Now on to number 6. We're heading to Team 1, baby. And now we're on the bottom tier of Team 1, which is number 6. For number 6, it was a hard choice for me. I really wanted to rank this Pokemon higher, but it has such a lame shiny, my guys. I'm not gonna lie. That's the main reason it's so low on this list. Because he's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But his shiny's truly lazy, and I do not like it that much. And of course, I am talking about Haunter. He's a Ghost Poison type. He's a freaking amazing Pokemon to have on your team. He has a bunch of amazing abilities, and he's basically the poster child of the Ghost type. You know? With Gas starting at Ghastly, leveling up to Haunter, and then becoming Gengar. But again, the shiny really holds it back for me, and it would be way higher. I originally had it as number 3, but as we went on into this list, I kept on running into cooler looking Pokemon and just more interesting shiny. So it's still on Team 1, but it's really at the bottom. And it sucks, but hey, that's how it is. And to show you what the normal version looks like, this is him. He's purple and he has a pink mouth. He looks kick-ass, awesome. Love him. Love the hands. He's the classic ghost type, or the classic like ghost depiction. He's a ghost with like hands, and it's just kick-ass. But what really holds him back for me is the shiny, which is literally him, but a little bit darker and a blue tongue. Like, there's so many cool things they could have made with him. They could have made him white with red eyes and a black mouth. I feel like that would have went a long way, and I feel like that would have gave him that more ghostly classic appearance of being all white with like black eyes and black mouth, you know? Like a classic sheet ghost. But they didn't. They sadly went the lazy route and just was like, let's make him a slightly darker purple with a blue mouth. And that's why he's so low on my list. Still would have him on my main team, but just not that high up. And that was number 6. On to number 5. Let's go. And here we are at number 5. For my number 5 pick, I picked Marowak. More specifically, Alolan Marowak. For the explicit reason that when he finally evolves from Cubone to Marowak, he becomes a ghost fire type, which I absolutely love that typing. It's a fire typing, literally. And his design looks so kick-ass. To show you his design, it's literally a freaking Marowak with like war paint on his skull and just a flaming bone. And he's purple. It's so cool. It's so kick-ass. And it really adds to Marowak's lore. Because he has always been a creepy Pokemon since the original games, with the whole mother passing away, so he puts on her dead skull, and the Lavender Town connections, all of that. So to finally see Marowak step into that ghost typing as a ghost fire type in Alolan really is awesome. And that's what makes him number 5. He would be higher, but I have way more better Pokemon up there. But that doesn't take away from how cool he is as this final evolution. Because I always felt like the original Marowak should have been a ghost type. Like the whole connection to his dead mother putting on her skull and all that should have made his final evolution be a ghost type. But the fact that it was never a ghost type really bothered me. But now with the Alolan form and him being that ghost fire type, it truly makes him special to me. And that's why I would want him on my main team. This is his normal variant, which I love his normal variant. Of course, the flames. I wish they were animated, but they're not. But they do glow in the dark. So that's something to look out for. And if I had to pick, I would 100% pick the shiny. The black war paint instead of that purplish one. The more bright, vibrant purple on his skin. And just all around, he looks cooler. More vibrant colors will always win me over. And yeah, I really like Alolan Marowak, and that's why he's number 5 on my list. Now on to number 4. And here we are at our number 4 pick, which is the one, the only Trevenant. He evolves from Phantom. Phantom's already a super cool Pokemon in my type. The Ghost and Grass typing really makes him cool to me. And the fact that he becomes this big, hulking ghost-like tree really is awesome to me. And the fact that he has a cool cool first evolution, a cool like starter, and then a cool final evolution really makes him a must-have on any team I make. Really like his like final form. I've been trying to get him for a while on my Let's Play without realizing how you get Trevenant is by trading him. So that is similar to how you get Gengar. You have to trade Haunter to get Gengar. And that makes it a little more cooler in my opinion. Because again, it goes back to this is a small ghost tree child. And by you betraying their trust and trading them to another, they have the anger to evolve into this big hulking tree ghost. And that makes him 1,000 times cooler. Alright? A grass ghost type that you would not want to find in a dark, creepy woods. This is his default variant, which I love already. He's a classic oak tree. He has the big brown like logs on his arms, torso. Love how he has the spider like legs, and he just looks so cool. That eye does glow in the dark, adding that extra cool factor. And all around, he's dope. But if you have to ask me, I would go with his shiny version every time. The birch look of it really makes him stand out. And that one blue eye that also glows in the dark really kicks ass. I really like how he looks like a birch tree. He has the pale like logs covering his body, and the red really makes him pop out. So if you had to ask me, shiny Trevenant is definitely on the team. If I can't find a shiny, Trevenant in general is on the team because he's such a cool Pokemon. That's why he's number 4. Now on to number 3. We've made it to the top 3. We have finally made it to the top 3, and there's no other evolution that I'd rather have on my team than the one, the only Umbreon. They're a kick-ass evolution, truly amazing one. It's a pure dark type, which really brings it home for me. And it just has such a sleek, cool, simple design that really makes me want to have them on my team, alright? The best evolution in my opinion, and yeah, that's why they're number 3. Let me show off the skin real fast. That it's shiny version, I really do prefer the shiny, purely because it's blue. The rings are blue. Yes, those rings do glow at night. It looks sick, guys. Genuinely, this shiny is one that I would absolutely go shiny hunting for, because it's just that cool nighttime glow. The eerie of the blue makes it stand out so much. Plus, instead of having its red eyes, it has a combo of white and yellow eyes, which really are cool. I would have preferred it if they went full blue eyes, or maybe purple eyes, who knows. But I'm not complaining. It's a slick, cool shiny. Doesn't lose the original darkness of it all. Just change the yellow for the blue, which I personally love. This is its shiny. And it would definitely be on the team. And this is its default. Again, this isn't a bad default. It's awesome. The yellow also glows in the dark. The red eye really makes it stand out in the darkness. And it's just such a cool shiny. But no, it's such a cool base form. But the shiny with the blue just really makes it like stand out in an awesome way. So that's why Umbreon is number 3. A pure dark type that you would want on your team. Alright, now tell me which one you prefer, the shiny or the default, and let's get on to number 2. Alright, number 2 was the one, the only Psyduck. I know this may be a little goofy for some, and they may be like, Dark, why Psyduck? Why Psyduck number 2? But if you know anything about me, I love me a goofy little ducky who gets stressed out easily. He's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Purely for the reason that I feel like I can relate to him. I'm a person who gets overwhelmed and overstimulated very easily. And the fact that his whole character trait is, please no stress me out, it really like strikes a chord with me, you know? It reminds me of a lot of people I care about and know, and reminds me of myself when I was younger. So that's why Psyduck is number 2 for these pure personal reasons. Plus, look at this guy. Look at this guy's little face. Tell me you can't fall in love with that. He's so adorable, so cute, and just perfect, you know? His base form is, I think, let me see, I am forgetful, a water type. He's a pure water type. I thought he was a psychic type. He has a lot of psychic type moves, but he truly is a cute little boy. His base form is yellow with 3 little hairs sticking out, which I really find cute, and his shiny form is more akin to a platypus. I feel like they should have made him a platypus, gave him the orange beak and the cyan body, but this is super cute too. Love how he's like all cyan and the bill is like light blue. Super adorable, and no other reason that he's my number 2 pick except he's super cute and I relate to him a bunch. So that's why Psyduck is number 2, and now on to the final top 1 Pokemon in my personal opinion. We have finally made it for my number 1 pick, and of course it could be the mystical Greninja. I absolutely love him as a starter, starting at Froakie and then making their way to Greninja. I love their typing as a water dark type, which really brings it home to me. And all in all, he's just such a cool Pixelmon slash Pokemon slash Cobblemon slash Everymon, alright? Because he's just so cool to me. The fact that he starts off as a frog, which it was my favorite animal growing up. I loved frogs so much. So when I heard that they're adding a frog to Pokemon, I got absolutely ecstatic, especially since he was a starter. So yeah, that's why Greninja is like my number 1 pick. Love the Ghost and Dark type. No, love the Water and Dark type. He's an absolute unit. He was my like starter in my main Pixelmon, or no, main Cobblemon series, and he's just so dang cool. I absolutely love him, and I didn't even know he had such a kick-ass shiny. Alright, let me show you him right now. This is base form Greninja, which is so cool. The blue, the freaking yellow, all these colors, and especially I love his design because he wears the tongue around himself like a scarf. That is his tongue, and that is so cool to me. The fact that he evolves from this cute little innocent looking frog into this absolute badass looking ninja really elevates him above any other Pokemon for me. And not only that, but I did not know he had such a kick-ass shiny design. Like, guys, look at this. He truly looks like a ninja. The black, the white, and then keeping the red of the tongue, because obviously that's his tongue. They can't change the color of his tongue unless they went for a purple. But I still love the red. The red really brings it all together, and he's such a cool Pokemon. He learns so many cool moves. The unique typing of water and dark just slaps so hard. And as a starter, I would pick no other Pokemon than Greninja. And that's why he will always be my number 1 pick for a Pokemon. Like always, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it brought you some sort of smiles. Sorry, I had to look for retrieving the Greninja. I hope it brought you some sort of smiles. It brought you satisfaction. I hope you enjoyed my list. I'm gonna try to edit it. So if it looks a bit scuffed, it's my first time editing, so it may be a little bit harder for me. But again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me make these goofy little videos on the internet. Please don't be afraid to go into the comments and tell me how I can continue to improve. I want to be the very best content creator I can be for you guys. I'm still working on my wordings and I make mistakes, but at the end of the day, I am human. But I'm trying to be better. to bring you guys better content, you know? And don't be afraid to leave me suggestions in the comments. And like always, stay cool, stay safe. If you guys want to see more content from me, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. This has been your Captain, Dark 313 Knight, signing off. And I love y'all. Bye.